What's up, everybody? What's up, Rabbit Trails?
I did that.
Rabbit Trails. New episode 5000.
That's right, 5,000. What is up, you guys? Welcome to the party.
Dude, we're in a party right now, and it is... Dude, put that down. Dude, it's crazy in here.
This rave is crazy right now. Dude, don't do a backflip off the roof. You're crazy. Into the pool? Oh my gosh. Stop.
Dude, don't cut Jonah's hand off. That's oh my gosh, he did it, guys.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much blood.
Did it,
oh my
That's
gosh,
crazy. Dude, you guys are missing out at this party right now, but if you're not at this party, welcome to it.
Yeah, welcome to this party.
Dude, I have an announcement to make.
Okay.
I am pregnant. I'm just kidding.
No. Sorry.
No, is it mine?
No, are you serious?
So this weekend, I got my grubby mitts, my sweaty palms, my little food grabbers here. I got them on me.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, I got my hands on a PS5, and my life's different now.
Completely forgot the day after.
My life's different. My life's different now. I'm a new person, and I honestly,
Dude, you're better than me.
Yeah, I know.
You're better than me.
100%. When you get a PS5, you are...
better than me.
I don't know,
Gage.
I'm better than you in every aspect. Dude, I don't know. I got the PS5, and when he handed it to me, immediately I go...
oh my gosh, dude.
I go, oh wow, I'm, people are beneath me now. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Thinking oh my gosh, I have this thing over people, and now materialism runs my life, and specifically the PS5, And what's crazy about it is someone told me they couldn't get one, and I go, that sucks for you.
Yeah,
I
for
have
sure.
One.
Though.
Someone said they got the. First of all, why does Xbox still make? I guess I get it, but they make consoles now, but with the PS5, that was such a uppercut. I feel to Microsoft. Yeah. It's dude, an Xbox at this point is just like a Wii. It's it's a console to have.
It's been that way since the PS4, honestly. Xbox has come out with some solid crap. And I might not be as well versed in console tech and games as I was back in my heyday, but I always remembered that PS4 specs were just they were generally better. And I always I think I told you, but I told other people that would argue with me about Xbox or PS4 being better or PlayStation or whatever. And I always just said PlayStation is for people who are serious about gaming and want really, really great quality games and great storylines and all that jazz. Xbox is for gamers, but it's more so for Call of Duty, just kind of whatever PvP trash, And so not that there's not that on PlayStation, but generally speaking, PlayStation exclusives are better than Xbox. 100%. Last of Us alone tops all Xbox games in my opinion.
Alone.
As far as exclusives go, I was can't top Skyrim really, but
of course, it's hard.
But yeah, the quality of games, Xbox One had some games in 1080p, but most of them were in 720. It ran that way, and PlayStation only had 1080p, so better quality as far as visual, but I just don't know why Xbox... It's because Xbox was doing too much with this whole TV crap they were doing. PlayStation has a light amount of that, but they really focus on gaming, all that jazz. So I've always thought... Well, since I got a PlayStation 4, I was always PlayStation's the greatest of all times.
Yeah, so I have a PS5 now. So if you see me and you want to come up and talk to me, know that I'm going to have this thing about me, and you're going to be wondering, gosh, what is that? What is that little pep in his step? What's this extra thing that's got a hold of him? It's because I have a PS5, and if you want to reach that level, sorry, dude, but you can't.
Yeah, there's no possible way that you will. Also, guys, keep an eye out for the new Josh Got a PlayStation 5 merch we're going to drop. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, guys. It's just going to go into funding his new PlayStation 5 games and tech and controllers and stuff. Because we're just like, that's a really important cause to us. So, like, donate down below. And we might send you the shirt, but probably not. We're just going to take your money and spend it on PS5 stuff. So
yeah. What's funny, though, is that PS5s are actually getting to where they can be mass-produced now, so it doesn't even matter.
That's tight, dude.
Yeah.
Bro,
but
I'm so sad. Okay. I asked Josh right while the ridiculous 6-second timer.
It was an accident.
Before the show started. He hasn't watched the She-Hulk trailer, so now I'm going to have to talk about it by my freaking self, dude. But I can explain to you some of the crap, and you're going to go, I know what your reaction would be. You'd have the same one that I did, probably a little bit stronger, honestly.
Explain it, and I'll try not to be biased, and I'll give my full, genuine opinion, not based off of the tone of voice of how you're presenting it. Go ahead.
Okay, sweet. So
I hate it.
I did not see that coming. Oh, dude. So freaking the biggest thing on Twitter right now, I saw it when I got off work, is people are like complaining about the visual effects, and they are a little bad.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Are they worse than Black Widow?
She's a CG character, so I didn't know they were doing that. I thought she was just going to be like painted green, maybe a little bit of CG here and there, but like she's a full CG character like Hulk. Okay.
I'm gonna stop you because I feel like what should happen is, and I don't know why like they don't do this now, because it looks bad when you take Green Lantern for example with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like that looked like a CG duty, right? Yeah. Like it was a computerized turd. And what I don't understand, I mean, it's different for Green Lantern, but for this, I figured they would do like what you're saying, like paint her green and then just like make her bigger
spruce it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give it a little, spruce it up. Just pump it up.
Pump it up, dude.
Dude, just pump it up.
Pump it up. That's
dude,
all I'm saying.
Pump it.
I
pump it full of air.
This is what happened. So they were doing the CG, they were trying to come up with a model that like looks good, and they're like, the artist, like the freaking overhead, the supervisor came in and just saw it and said, I think we need to pump it up. Can you pump it up? And they're just like, the artists were like, what are you saying? Like, make her butt bigger? And he's like, dude, what the frick? No. He's like, I just don't understand what you mean. And he's like,
what do you mean pump it up?
Pump it up. Like, the concept. Are you stupid? Who hired this guy? But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bad. She looks like a video game character. Because here's the thing, like we went from Thanos and like Hulk, like looking super good, and it's just like it doesn't look as good. And what's worse is that Hulk is in the show, and so like you just see the comparison 24/7. Honestly, dude. I think what happened is that they took because people are like complaining about it on Twitter, and like, yeah, it looks dodgy and weird, and they might go like and redo some of it. Honestly, I don't know. Companies do that now. Like Sony did it with Sonic, and so I don't know.
Dude,
but
Sonic looks so bad.
Yeah, my thoughts are like perhaps, like they already had the Hulk model. They didn't have to like make that or anything. They just took the stuff from the movie Endgame and just pumped it into this show, and used it. So they already had those assets, but it's like you set a budget for a show. You don't have unlimited funds. Like everyone's like, Disney has so much money. I'm like, well, have you ever heard of a budget, you idiot? Because everyone on Twitter's just like screaming.
And I feel like they don't do the budget correctly for the show, like for the kind of show.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a full CG character, you better pump that money in there. That's what I'm saying. What I was worried about.
Yeah, like Disney for some reason tries to act like they don't have money. Like they're like, "What's the budget?" Or like, "What are we doing? Like, what do we have to do?" And they're like, "Okay, so we're probably gonna have to do a full CG character." And then Disney's like, "Where's my freaking And they're like, "What's wrong?" Disney goes, "I can't find my wallet, actually." Yeah. So no, we're gonna have to
Gonna have to
figure
skip
something
that.
out. I gotta. Can we have puppets? We have
We might have
puppets to
enough for
like.
like green paint or something. We might have enough for that.
Yeah, I have a gift card to Sherman Williams. I can get you a can of paint, and then we could pump it up. I heard Jim pump it up,
Jim said
and then
pump it
he's like,
up. I mean, are we all in agreement that we need to be pumping this up right now? Because that's what I'm hearing.
yeah. So Disney just like they won't budget it correctly because I feel like Disney's like, dude, we're Disney. You know what? Just slap a Disney logo on there and just watch the cash flow in.
Always, yeah.
And I,
Like it's it's like it's weird because it's all about. I mean, the companies are about profit. That's what it's all about. And so it's like for the lowest, if they can make this show for a lower budget, they'll get more money out of it. And so that's like what it's all about. That's what That's like what a success looks like as far as making money off of media is like far surpassing the budget that it took to create it. And so I don't know what exactly the issue is. I'm sure it'll come out in some articles or something like why the frick was She-Hulk such a bad CG character when you can make the Hulk? Because we know that's like we know they're capable of it, but they just didn't do
mm,
it.
no.
Like she doesn't look like she has pores. Her skin just looks like clay. Um, and it just looks
Hmm,
strange. And like part of it is probably because I haven't seen like a female Hulk thing before, so it's like part of it might just be like weird, but her face is like she looks like a video game character. It does not look real. Hulk looks
right.
freaking real. She does not. So basically like the trailer is 100% geared towards like the show is as far as I can tell 100% geared towards a specific demographic of women, um, which is okay. I probably won't enjoy it as much for that reason, just because it's not. I don't think it was made for me, which is okay. I'm still probably gonna watch it unless I just freaking can't stand it. Oh wait, dude,
I'll
I didn't
probably
even think about what if it's like a Boba Fett thing. Oh no, dude, I don't know if I want to start. I don't know if I want to do that ever again.
here's okay.
Um,
I was thinking about this when you were talking about like corporations like trying to make the most profit and using like the smallest budget.
yeah.
And here's the thing that I get like I also understand that.
Hmm.
Also, at some point though, you're gonna need to realize that the quality of the thing should kind of take place, and then like your revenue is gonna be a lot better.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just I feel
that's the
like it's like
risk.
a yeah, because like okay, your boy here's a sneakerhead, right?
Yeah, he's a sneakerhead.
I love shoes. I have tons of them. But the thing is, like the shoes that they retro, like the Jordans that they retro now, they're cheaper material to make the same shoe. Whereas like when they released back in the day, they had like a lot better materials. Some sneakers here and there will have like really good materials on them, but for the most part, like they just make this high end shoe, but with bad material so that they can just like make the most and making that shoe less than they used to have to.
Yeah.
And I get it, there's more into it that my dumb brain can't understand because I don't know anything. But still, it's like, don't you want the quality of the thing? Because, like, Boba Fett, for example, okay, honestly, the budget for that was probably insane, and somehow they still made a turd, and that's on them for that. Um, but I feel like Disney's kind of going in this direction where they're like, they're they're pumping it up, but they're pumping it up too much, and
Hmm.
then there's just no quality, and it's just a cause I don't know, dude. I was hyped for the She-Hulk thing. I'm hyped to see the trailer, but because like there was an old cartoon of She-Hulk like way back in the day, and I wasn't even alive when it was around, but I watched it when it came on cartoons and whatnot, and it was freaking solid. I think she's a solid character, so I'm interested
Yeah.
to hear more of your explanation of the trailer.
Well, yeah. Like we'll see. I'm curious. Like, I don't think it'll be as bad as Boba Fett, just because it's like a new concept and I have nothing to base it off of. Boba Fett, I was like, I know what this should be, and it's not that at all. And it's so
Yeah,
far from that that it's
yeah.
almost ridiculous.
It's
Um,
like knowing somebody and then seeing them and they're like completely different and then
yeah.
you go it's like if I grew up with you, which I did, right? And
Uh
then
huh.
you went back to Kansas for a little bit, which you did, and then you come back and then you're different, and then I go like, I really don't like you anymore, and you're not who you were,
Yeah.
and you just
That's
really
exactly
switched up.
the metaphor that I was about to give. Like, somebody, and then you go away for a while, and then he comes back, and you're like, I freaking hate this dude now. Like, I thought we were going to catch up.
This
And I
dude freaking
hate him.
sucks now.
This dude,
Who's this guy?
He freaking sucks, dude. Bring back the other one, dude. It's like, I'm the same
honest,
guy.
dude.
Shut up, dude.
I gotta be honest, dude. Old you, freaking solid. This you right here, the one I'm talking to, you suck, man.
Nah, man, you suck, bro. Yeah, so it's like, it's weird, So it's like about her regular life. Like, part of the trailer is that she's going on like dates as She-Hulk and stuff. And there's like this really weird part at the end where she's like, she takes one of her dates home and she's like carrying him. It's kind of strange, a little bit. You're like cheeky and weird to me, but I don't know, man. I don't want to say too much because I feel like I just don't get it because I'm a dude, maybe. But the consensus I've heard from other girls is they also hate the trailer. So I feel a little bit safe saying that.
Carol picks me up and carries me places. Like,
does she? But is she giant and green and look like a video game Barbie character?
I mean, if I close one
eye,
I
haven't seen her in a minute. So, like, is that what she looks like now?
I don't know. Like, sometimes the lights are kind of dim, so it's hard to tell. But like something like the other night, I was.
But like when they're not, though, like, does she look like that?
I mean, I'd have to check. I'm not 100%.
I haven't seen her in light for about 3 months now.
I'd really hate to like say no and it be true or the opposite. I don't know. I just know, like, I was on the couch, like, I was getting a little sleepy, right? I was doing this thing where you rub my eye a little bit, and she's like, "Are you tired?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." She was like, "You want to go to bed?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then she was like, "Okay." And then she picked me up and just carried me and just dropped me on the bed with like ease. And I didn't realize it till the morning, and I was like, honestly, that was kind of weird. And then like my door was like torn off or whatever. Like, she just.
Dude, that's crazy. And then like the concrete at the bottom of my stairs was like shattered and it had 2 giant footprints in it. Like she super jumped from there or something.
So anyway, I don't know what's up with that. So so She-Hulk, I forget, isn't her thing like she's just She-Hulk? Like, she can't change back into a human, and her form isn't based off of emotion or anything like that. That's just who she is, and she has like her consciousness and everything like that.
No, like in the trailer, she's human and she transforms at certain points. And so I don't even know. Do you know how she like got her powers in the comics and stuff? Because I don't.
I think she got bit by a radioactive Hulk. And then she fell into a vat. She got food poisoning, and her tummy really hurt. And then she took a dump, and then the big cloud of gas, it like soaked into her skin, and then she became like. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, because I don't get it. Like, I didn't know. It's like stupid. It's one of those things where kids will say, "Wow, that must be like Hulk's sister or something," and it's like, no, they're not related. That's just like she looks like the Hulk, but like they're. I thought they were related. They are.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's stupid to me. Yeah, they're cousins, and Mark Ruffalo says "cuz" as in cousin, and it's the most unnatural thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, yeah. Bruce Banner would never ever say "cuz." Well, maybe he would because he's trying to get down with the kids, and Endgame he does the dab, which is so funny. He goes dab. But anyway, so maybe I just haven't thought about it enough. But I was not a huge fan of the trailer. It was disappointing. But I'm curious. I'll probably watch it. Just because it's new, it's MCU, and Wong is going to show up. Hulk is in there. Abomination is there. The dude, like the same dude, is back.
So hey, they're just throwing everything in there, huh?
Yeah. So
what is it, a 2-episode series, and they're going to throw so much story?
They're going to put Abomination in there, and they're going to kill him. No, but it's 9 episodes, but
I'd like to remind everyone, as we're recording right now, we're 9 days away from Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And my heart is full. And I'm so
my heart
excited.
is full
and
of
I can't
joy.
wait.
Yeah.
My tummy, it hurts because it's full of gas. Because I'm nervous. Dude, I'm so nervous because I so hope they don't frick this up, dude.
Dude.
Imagine them freaking up Obi-Wan Kenobi.
They've been freaking it up, dude.
Dude,
like
Disney
they
has
were
been
listening,
freaking up everything left and right.
Star Wars, like they were listening through the wall to like Marvel visual effects artists, and they're like, "What are they saying?" And the guys at Marvel are saying, "Pump it up," and they're going, "I think they're saying frick it up. I think they're saying frick it up." And they're like,
guys, frick it up.
Guys, frick it up. Whatever that means. They're like, does it just mean like ruin it? They're like,
what, like,
I don't know. Marvel's doing it, so it's got to be good. So just give it a shot. And they're like, well, I'm working on Boba Fett right now. I could give it a shot with this one and see what happens. They're like, go to town.
He's like, all right. You got a pen? You have a pen? He goes, right
he
here.
He takes his mouse and he's like,
scribble it. What do we do? Make him talk more. Talk more? Okay?
Make him talk. Here, take his character and just frick him up. Just frick him up. Ruin it.
Use my pen. Scribble all over the pages. You okay? All right. Yeah, dude. It's.
I have this scene. They're like, "What scene are you working on right now?" They like go around and like figure out how to frick up every scene that like somebody's working on. They're like, "I'm working on this scene right now where it's like the big homage scene where like he comes back as Boba Fett and he like kills a bunch of people and it's like really really cool." And then he says like, "I don't want to be an overlord. I want to be like a mercenary, like I was, you know." And like, so that's what I'm doing. And they're like, "Yeah, okay. So I think we're just gonna cut that scene, actually." And they're like, "But like the fans want it. They're expecting this Boba Fett." I feel like we're going in a different direction with them. Something that's like not Boba Fett. So just go ahead and delete everything. Delete all your work. Pack it up and just get out. You're fired. And it's like, what?
Dude, they have done such a terrible job of Star Wars. It's crazy. And if you don't think they have, okay, Episode 7 was the best one, and it was okay.
Yep.
And then Episode 8, here's what Rian Johnson did. So they go, Ryan, like, please come in. We loved Watchmen. We loved a lot of things that you've done. And I just want to hear, like, your take on what you would do with Star Wars. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Like, so what I think we should do, Star Wars is such a big cultural phenomenon. And I want to continue that by changing everything and scrapping it because it's crap. And they're like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude, let's kill off all the originals and then like let's take pretty much everything George Lucas like described and just flip it. And Disney's like, is that gonna cost us a lot or what? And he's like, I don't think so. And he
Is that gonna like break the bank or like can we do that?
They're like, well, I don't have my wallet, so I mean, go ahead. And he's like, sick.
He's like, no. This I do for free.
No, I don't charge anything to destroy a franchise. It's fine. Dude,
yeah, dude.
I don't know if you've seen.
Frick that dude, man.
I don't know if it's like a rumor or what, but there was like a thing where he was supposed to make a trilogy for Star Wars.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
I saw comments on it and so much negativity. The kind of negativity I expected for the Snyder Cut. And everyone was like in a galaxy far, far away and hopefully so far away that we never have to see it. And I was like, amen, dude, preach that.
There are people who freaking revere The Last Jedi. Revere it, dude. They revere it. They say it's the best Star Wars movie ever. Why does that happen? Like the really bad ones is what people like are just like, they latch onto it and they will not let go.
I feel like it's
because they want to be. Maybe it's because their self-confidence is so low. They just want people to hate them.
I get it. Some people love to be hated, so maybe. I mean, I feel like it's just like people's like desire to be different, which I understand. Like be different.
It just impairs their judgment.
Yeah, they're like, I want to be so different that I will watch this terrible movie, and I will try to, just like we try to convince people that stuff is bad, they want to do the same, but with a bad movie. And
here's the thing. It's like, in my opinion, the people who love The Last Jedi, like, they're not really big into Star Wars. So it's like, I guess their opinion doesn't mean that much because they're not like super knowledgeable. They haven't been like a long-term fan, so it's like kind of doesn't matter what they think as far as that goes. But also, like, it's just stupid.
yeah, I mean, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. You could even be a longtime fan, and maybe you really like the movie. I don't understand why, and I don't have to, I guess. But like, like the movie if you want to. Continue to watch it. Continue to talk about how good it is, but it's not, and it's never going to be. So, as long as you understand that, continue to do the other stuff. But just know that it sucks big, fat, freaking farts. And that movie I would rather only watch every scene Jar Jar Binks was in instead of that movie because it was a just it was and that's
Dude,
how I
that's
felt
facts.
watching it.
Yeah.
I remember
I was hoodwinked really badly. I think I've told you that before because I was in Thailand and I just was looking for any taste of America at that point.
Oh, I
'Cause
remember
I've been
you
there
cried.
for like two and a half months. So I thought it was like the best thing I ever laid my eyes on. Given I'm not like a super huge Star Wars fan, that was always
Oh,
more
okay.
Josh's
Yeah.
department than mine.
Right.
But for some reason we traded our action figures. I'll never understand
Dude,
why we did
I
that to
do
each
not
other.
know. Okay. Gage and I were. Okay, so before Pops were like a big thing, like now, back when Gage and I were kids, like there were these little figurines. How small would you say these are?
I think you got it right on par. They're like this big.
Yeah.
Probably
What
like
is
from
that
my
in
nose to my
measurements?
chin.
Yeah. So everyone from your nose to your chin, unless you have, well, not
Yeah.
mine. Mine's probably, I don't know.
Unless your jaw has
Okay.
been just like ripped off by some monster or something.
Let's just say they were about like 2.5 to 3 inches. Would that be fair?
I would say like 4 or 5 maybe.
And I suck at math, so who freaking knows? Okay.
I also suck at
Anyway,
math, so don't trust me.
there was like these.
They
little
were
figurines.
action figure. They were little.
Yeah, there were these little action figures, and they had them for like everything, any genre of, from superheroes to Star Wars to like Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Really, okay, anything. So Gage had a bunch of Marvel figurine. I'm talking, and these things are dirt cheap too, and they always came in twos. Like if you got one, it came in twos.
Freaking many of them, dude. I had like all the Avengers and then some, dude. I had so many.
Gage had like the Fantastic Four. He had He had all the different Spider-Man.
Sick as frick, dude.
He had the Spider-Man with no mask on, which was dope.
I had a bunch of villains.
He had a bunch of villains
too. I would make them fight, dude. Oh,
dude, he'd make them
epic battles.
Freaking crazy, dude. And so Gage had a bunch of Marvels, and I had a bunch of Star Wars, and I had some good ones, man. Like some that I was
Force Ghosts, dude. Force Ghosts, dude.
I remember my dad. I remember that one. I had the Emperor Palpatine. I had his hologram. I remember that one, and then I had Obi-Wan as a Force Ghost.
Freaking Vader.
I had Darth Vader. Yeah. I remember getting some like what I at the time was like, dude, that's whale. Like that's a whale one, Mom. I gotta get the Obi-Wan with the Stormtrooper costume. I gotta have it, Mom. What do you want me to do? You
super well,
Mom.
Super well.
I was like trying to bargain with my dad to like. I was like, Dad, I'll sweep the poach. I'll vacuum whipping room. You give me the Obi-Wan with the Clone Trooper stove. Yeah, and then he's like, I just want you to do your chores, you know? I'm like, I'll do them for a price, you know?
Full price.
Anyway, so Gage and I are hanging out one day as children, and we're playing with these characters
against
crossing universes.
Yeah,
we're crossing universes.
We did it first. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's doing the multiverse now. We did that.
We did that
You know,
already.
we
Okay.
already, dude. And you know what? We're sick of it.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Boring.
doing
Did it
now.
already.
By the way, that's another topic, dude. People are gonna overdo the multiverse, and it's
for
already
sure.
it's already tiring. Anyways, Gage and I were just like, "Hey, I'll trade you this one for this one." Because we would mix and match. So he would play with some of mine, I would play with some of his, and we would have like a group, and they would fight. And both of us would kind of get accustomed to one, like particularly liking it more than the other character the other person was borrowing. And we were like, dude, I'll just trade you that. And they were like, okay. And we did it a second time and then a third time. And then before you know it, Gage left the house with all of the Star Wars, and I left the house, or I stayed at my house with all of the Marvel.
He stayed at his house. He didn't also leave.
I didn't also leave. But we just like traded, and then years down the line, we were like, why the frick did we do that?
It's like not
absolutely
our thing.
No clue.
We just swapped our things.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It makes me mad because those were freaking awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah, you can't even. They were awesome. Dude, I'm still mad at the fact that, like, today, kids, not to sound like an old freaking man.
Dude, you're not sounding like an old man. You sound right.
Just kids don't have any kind of imagination, and they have the best toys of all time, and we didn't do that, and we had such humongous imaginations, and still can't understand.
A lot of the toys aren't as good as they were. There are some toys that are like, this is incredible, but
yep.
a lot of
Buzz
the
and Woody's, for example, are so bad.
They're so bad. We talked about that. Yeah,
we talked about that.
But the lightsabers are also just really, really, really bad. Remember how long we spent trying to find the old lightsabers so we could buy them, and we could never find them because
I still can't.
Nobody is selling them because they want to keep them because the new ones are garbage. The fact that I pick up a lightsaber and when I shake it, it says something. It says like if I have Luke's lightsaber, it's Luke saying something. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Who freaking thought of that? That's not what a lightsaber sounds like at all. I don't want to be battling somebody and then I hear some dude go, "You've got this. Use the Force." I just don't. That doesn't help me. That doesn't make me feel epic at all.
Yeah, I don't have the Force when you say that.
Makes me feel like I'm using it. It makes me feel like I'm wielding a toy. Is what it does.
It makes me want to cut myself off from the Force. Is what it does.
It makes me want to just disappear and phase into the Force.
Yeah, now if you're if you're a grown person and you want to have a lightsaber, you have to spend like a couple $100 to get like
$7 billion
realistic one.
Yeah,
and you know what? And I kind of want to just because
I really want to. They're sick.
So badly, but also
so badly,
dude. I cannot wait for whenever you and me take a trip to Disneyland.
Let's take a trip.
And we go to the Star Wars part and we build a lightsaber together to solidify our friendship, not only in this world but in the Force. And that's going to be such a magical moment.
I can't wait. I can't wait to do that.
I was explaining that to some friends the other day and they were like, "What about Carol?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then Carol, she goes, "I already know what's up with that."
She's like, "Listen, I don't need you guys to advocate for me, really. It's fine."
She's like, "I understand what it is. It's fine." Dude, that would be so dope. Also, I still don't know why we traded those toys. Dude, do you remember the light discs we had for Tron? I don't know if we talked about it on here already.
Freaking forget, dude. They're amazing.
Dude, why don't they do anything with Tron? That's such a dope world. Like
they're making a third one. But you know who's in leading? We've talked about this. Yeah. Jared freaking Leto, dude. Please, Disney, please.
I don't know why he's in anything anymore. He's just a strange guy.
The amount of hysteria that Morbius has caused, people are still joking about it. I saw a freaking picture today.
I forgot it was a movie.
It's somebody who like made a fake account on this Letterboxd app. I don't know if you know about it, but it's like a social app for movie lovers. And you can like write reviews and rate movies and stuff. Yeah, so somebody made a fake it says Martin Scorsese private account, and then they rated it 5 stars and wrote some like paragraph of like, movies had gotten, movies and cinema had just gotten dreary and awful. And I was so sad. It was like really big words, sounded like Martin Scorsese stuff. And then at the end, it said,
super
"Till
big
I saw
words.
Morbius." And
oh dang,
and
subtle
so it's just like
diss.
the biggest joke ever. And so I'm like, why would you ever want to touch that man ever again?
Yeah,
Like if he came up to me and he said, "Hey man," and he like put his hand out for me to shake it, I go, "I'm not gonna touch you." And he go, "Why not?" I go, "I'm the laughing stock if I do that. My family will disown me. My friend will disown me. I'll lose my podcast. My entire career will go down the drain. Okay, if I
I'd
shake
go
your
to
hand or
shake.
get anywhere near you."
I do this right here. I go to shake it, and then I go like this. Psych. Yeah, I go to shake it, and then I pull it over
Dude.
my head, and I go, "Ooh, that's tough," and then I just keep walking.
Yeah, I don't even go to shake it. He puts his hand out, and I stand there, and I go, and I just walk away. I give him the old sigh and walk away.
Like it's a big decision. You're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Help! Help!
Help! Help me! Help! I put a knife into his hand and I go, "He's robbing me! Someone stop him!" Dude, you know what I talked about today?
Whoa, dude.
Listen,
You
man.
just put your hands up and you just, please don't hurt me.
Listen, man.
He's like, what? No, oh my gosh.
I go, "Listen, man. I'm sorry that I didn't like Morbius, but you don't have to freaking kill me. Okay? Dude, I'll watch it again. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I didn't watch it. I'm so sorry."
He's like, I just want to shake your hand. You're like, no! He just gets closer. No!
No.
What were you about to say?
Yeah, dude, I was talking today about the greatest cinematic roast ever written in history. Okay?
Okay.
I wonder if you know which one I'm talking about. Take a guess. I'll give you 3 guesses to guess what movie it's from.
Of all movies?
No. 3 movies. I'll
No,
give you 3
like,
guesses.
It's
What?
the best roast in all of cinema.
All of cinema.
Give me the okay. Can you tell me the genre?
It's kind of, it might give it away. It's
okay. Is it action?
It has action in it. It's
okay. Is it
here?
okay?
Let me say it's animated.
Yeah. Okay, it's an animated film. Is it from Disney?
Yes. This you're not guessing. You're just asking me questions.
Well, I have to do process of elimination. There's a lot of Disney movies.
But that's not. It's 3 guesses, dude. I'm not asking you to eliminate until you get there.
But I'm trying to like
formulate your 3 guesses.
No. I'm trying to think of what the roast was. Like I'm not trying to guess the movie per se. I'm trying to understand what the roast is. Okay, so is it Pixar?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's from Disney Pixar. All right. Gosh, honestly, there's too many, so it is kind of hard to do that.
Dude, it's the greatest roast of all times.
It's the greatest roast of all times.
Never done before.
Never done before. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure,
man.
Is it? You know what? I don't want to guess exactly what it was. I'm gonna guess the movie.
Okay.
Is it from Toy Story?
No.
A Bug's Life?
Nope.
Dang it! I used 2 already.
Dang it! I blew through my guesses. Bug's Life? Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Gosh.
Dang it! There were 3. There were 3 of those. Oh man, I gotta be really careful on this last one. Gosh.
Come on, man. I know you have it in you.
Man, it's somewhere deep inside of me. I just have to pull
it
out.
It is.
God, please help me get this right. Oh, frick. Disney Pixar is something that's always is super funny. Oh.
Dude, guess.
Okay. Is it... We're going to say...
Come on, dude.
What, Moana?
No, dude. Moana? Dude, frick that movie.
Hey, man, it was a good movie. I wasn't going to guess it anyway.
Man.
Incredibles. The Incredibles? Oh. The Incredibles.
On, dude, yeah, that's it, dude.
Yes!
Dude, that was amazing.
Dude.
How'd you even do that out of all the Pixar movies?
It's just like process of elimination, really. Like you said Pixar, and I was like, oh, obviously it's The Incredibles.
Yeah. No, but you know the line, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Do you want to say it maybe?
The line?
Yeah. Do you want to?
From Incredibles?
Yeah, do you want to say the roast?
Oh, dude, The Incredibles had the best roast, hands down.
Are you freaking looking it up?
Oh, no, I don't have...
I thought you were looking it up.
No,
dude. It's when freaking Incrediboy shows up, and he's trying to freaking talk to his hero, Mr. Incredible, and he goes, I can fly. Can you fly? And Mr. Incredible says, fly home, buddy. Dude, coldest thing I've ever heard in my life, dude. And you want to know why? I freaking was working it all out today on my walk from the classroom to freaking lunch on Upper Campus. I was telling Allie, I was saying, listen, they should do a character study. We do like a counseling school here, and they talk a lot about like childhood trauma and family systems, that whole thing. So I'm like, dude, Syndrome. They should watch The Incredibles in FCM because Syndrome, this kid, Buddy, shows up. What would inspire a kid to do this, okay? Because kids, boys, their dads are supposed to be their hero, okay? Superheroes are great, but the old man is next level, you know? And so I'm thinking, Buddy probably didn't have a really good dad. Maybe he didn't have a dad. So he sees Mr. Incredible on TV and he goes, that's my hero. Like, that's my dad. Like, I want to be like my dad. I want to be like that guy. So eventually he figures it out. He adores Mr. Incredible. He shows up to stop a crime with him, expecting to be lavished with pride by his father figure, okay? But instead he's met with absolute roastage like I've never seen in my life. Just smokes this kid right out the gate and says, fly home, buddy. Like, he's like, I built rocket boots. I'm here to save the day with you. And he goes, go freaking home. I work alone.
Yep.
And so then at that moment, it initiated
a downward spiral.
What became one of the greatest supervillains of all times. Syndrome.
Now, Syndrome did get his own roast in there later on when he had Mr. Incredible hung up on the thing, and then he goes, what was the exact line? But it ended with him going, I've outgrown you.
Oh, dude, yeah. I can't remember.
Because that was a solid burn.
Because he says, and I've outgrown you.
Yep.
But he says it like deep, like, and I've outgrown you.
Yeah, it was like way more dramatic. Yeah, it wasn't like as incredible.
So awesome. But like, I mean, then he had some great lines. I mean, the whole movie's incredible.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But
the second one, not that much.
I loved the second one, but it wasn't it wasn't there. But like,
no, it wasn't.
I still thought it was.
It's hard to create.
Awesome.
It's hard to make lightning strike twice, you know.
It really is, dude. Like, all of the Cars movies after the first one were kind of garbo. Didn't we see the last one together? And we were like, wow, that's stupid. We were like, I wanted Lightning McQueen to race, and instead he raised up some other freaking idiot.
I remember, yeah, that was the last movie that we watched together before you moved.
That was not the last movie we watched together.
No. Before you went to YWAM to like do your
was it? First time. Do my DTS?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember, yeah, because we watched it and we were like, dude, I feel old, honestly. And it was at that movie that it was that movie where I realized, like, I absolutely hate a passing of the torch story. I can't stand them. I freaking and they're gonna do that with Thor, and I'm so upset about it. Like Natalie Portman's gonna Natalie Portman's gonna get the torch from Chris Hemsworth. Dude, just let that person have their thing, and like that's fine. Like she can have her own Thor movie and do that. But why does Chris Hemsworth have to freaking retire? Why does Thor have to not be that guy anymore? It's same with like even like anime, for example. So like one of them, this character you see grow up or whatever. Take Naruto for example. So like you watch him from a kid to a teenager up until like he becomes Hokage, and then which is the leader of the village, and then they make a whole other show, and they're like, here's this kid, watch him grow up. I don't want to freaking watch that. You know how long I've spent watching him grow up? I don't want to see that. I hate that. Just give someone else their own character and let it be that, and stop making me continue to watch a train. I don't like that. I hate it. So yeah, whenever like Lightning McQueen was like, "You race for me" or whatever the frick, I was like, "That's disgusting, dude. Stop."
It was disgusting. I will confirm. Can confirm
it was better than
disgusting.
Cars. It was better than Cars 2 by 20,000 miles.
That's
but
true.
Gosh, that was such a.
When did Mater become the main character? That's my question, dude. That's my question.
Anytime you give a solid side character his own movie, man, it's just a downward spiral.
Like you can't have a good supporting character, otherwise it risks making a movie about them and only them.
I know.
And I'm like, can they just be what they are? They're good at what they are. Just let them be that. They didn't ask for this, okay? You offered it to them because you know what? They're not real, so they can't ask for it, okay? You made it up. So just don't freaking do that.
You're right. Dude, just stop doing passing of the torch at all. Like that's honestly, I'm afraid they're gonna do something like that with the Kenobi series, with like, because you talked about how you're excited for this one, this new character who's gonna be in the show, who's an Inquisitor.
You're afraid that he's gonna turn her?
Yes, and like I'm fine with stuff like that. Like I'm fine if there is a new character introduced and they're very interesting, one we've never seen or know anything about, and then they do have a role. But I don't like when they get too big a role. I don't like it. It's kind of like what you just said. You can't have a good supporting character without them eventually just becoming the lead role. I don't want that, dude. I don't want to have nostalgia, and then in nostalgia during what should be nostalgia for me, then I should also get something new. It made sense for new? Not like that. Not like where it's like, here's nostalgia, now we're replacing it. Like there's a time and place for that, right? Like, okay, Star Wars 7, for example. Like heavy nostalgia while also introducing the new characters. But for like Obi-Wan series, for example, like it should only be about Obi-Wan and even Anakin.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid they're going to introduce this new character, and then this new character eventually will just take over the show. And I don't want that.
I see. Yeah, I haven't thought about her like getting turned potentially. I'd actually be super freaking down with that because it's like, here's the thing. They've got like this thing, but it's like the plot can't just be like what they were excited for was like building on the characters. And if there's no like that video I sent you, Ewan McGregor is like talking. Maybe it wasn't a different one I watched, but he's just talked about like it wasn't a different one. He talked about like when he got the role as Obi-Wan back in like Phantom Menace, he was looking at what's his name who played him in the original? Is it Alec Guinness or something? Alec Guinness, yeah. Like he looked at him and said, "Okay, so my character is based off of what he did. I have to be a younger version, like heading towards that guy." And so he just said, like through each movie, the older his character became, he was like, "I need to become slightly more and more like this character in the first movie," you know, and. So I feel like this, he said, like even more so. He's moving that direction, which is what he did with Luke. You know, like he said, Luke, like basically you have to do what I can't do. Like you have to further on this great mission. You know, and like I'm so interested. Yeah, I'm just interested to see what happens. Like I don't I never thought about like her potentially like being turned until you mentioned that, but that would be interesting. But it's like his thing, like he hopes and he believes and wants, like he expects the best out of people. So it makes sense to the story and the character that he would try that. Um and it would
And
also like it would impact Vader a lot too,
Mhm.
I think it would be
and
really, really interesting.
I mean, I also want to see like how you're explaining it. I think that is good. I think that'd be good for the show. Uh, I don't want to see too much of her though, because in six
Hmm.
episodes,
Like one of those
I don't
things
want
where
to.
like she just takes an entire episode.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
can understand that.
I don't want this show to be a Boba Fett where there's
Yeah.
2 or 3
2 just
episodes
Mandalorian episodes.
dedicated to just her and her struggle with the dark and the light side. I don't
Yeah.
really want that because you know, you can do it in the show and like, but also I don't care to see this. If this character's good, which I'm sure she will be, if you want to make a separate show growing her character, like making it more like having us find out more about her character, I'm cool with that. I don't need to know her backstory. I don't need a whole episode dedicated to how she became an Inquisitor and how she ended up here now. I don't want to see that in the Obi-Wan series. Um, I think a separate show should be for that to learn more about this character.
I don't think you would watch that, dude. Like that's the thing is I
Well,
don't
I
think
mean
people
it.
would watch that. If there's no context as to like anything about her and they're like, we're just gonna make this new show and then like it's in the show and it's like, oh yeah, like because I think you'll agree, watching Boba Fett, the show sucked and I didn't care about it until the Mandalorian showed up. So it'd be the same way if they did a show about her and then Obi-Wan showed up and they did like 2 or 3 episodes around Obi-Wan, we would be hyped out of our mind. But it's because we don't care about her that we don't want her to show up. But I think
True.
like she could add a lot to the storyline. And I get what you're saying. Like I would rather see way more Obi-Wan than her. Absolutely. I think anyone would say that. I don't know
Yeah,
anything about her.
I just don't want a whole episode of.
Sure.
I don't want a whole episode of
I
her.
hope
I
they
don't want a whole
balance it
episode
better.
of. Yeah, exactly, and that's what. Because then Boba Fett, you're like, okay, I'm in here for the ride, and then 3 episodes of no Boba Fett, you're like, what is happening? What are we
Yeah, and
doing?
Boba Fett, I was like, all right, I'm here for the ride, and I'm harnessed in, and it just never started. And I was like, can
And
we
then do
go
the,
maybe? And they're
and
like,
then it just,
no.
yeah, yeah.
So
I don't know, man. I'm scared for it because I love Obi-Wan. Everyone in our
it's
generation grew up
so
absolutely
fragile.
loving Obi-Wan. And also, dude, the love that Hayden Christensen is getting is so
I will
pure.
cry my butt crack will cry when I see Hayden Christensen again. Dude, he
Oh
looks
yeah.
so old in that video. And
Dude,
I'm like,
I thought
it
the
makes me feel
same
dated
thing.
as frick because they're showing like scenes from him in Revenge of the Sith, and I'm like, was he
He
really
looks
that
so
young and
young.
now he's old? He's so
Mhm.
old.
Yeah.
Like
How
he's
does he
not, but it's like how does Ewan look younger than him?
Yeah.
Like what the frick, dude?
Honestly, Ewan's always looked like that though, Like I mean,
He
other
has.
than he
He's
just
always
like
looked exactly the same.
he's just has a beard sometimes. But
Yeah.
like I don't know how like Hayden he was talking about his love for that character and for the universe and I'm like, dude, how do you not hate this
I
universe
know.
after years of slander?
Dude,
Everyone
I
hated you.
freaking love him, dude. I've been talking
Dude,
about it day
same.
after day. Have you seen any of like I can't remember if I messaged you about like the press junkets they've been doing and how one of them, Obi-Wan, like Ewan McGregor, I could just call him Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor was like talking about like the movies and he was talking about he mentioned like Revenge of the Sith and he's like, it's a great movie. And then Hayden Christensen looked over at him and said, it's a phenomenal film. And I'm like, that's freaking right, dude. Like own it, man. Rep that, dude. Like, I freaking Revenge of the Sith is like one of my favorite Star Wars movies ever made. Like, it's
Same.
it's so flaming hot, dude. And so, dude, oh my gosh, dude. I'm honestly more excited to see Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader again than I am Obi-Wan. I'm just like,
I'm
I
excited to see
want
both of
that.
them. It's
Because
it's really
Anakin was
hard.
always my favorite. Anakin was always my favorite character since forever. I was never like a Han Solo dude or Obi-Wan. I was like, he's dope as frick, but Anakin's whole character just like drew me in. Maybe it's because you got mom problems, Maybe I'm like, I am Anakin.
I always went back and forth with like Obi-Wan and Anakin being my favorite because I loved Obi-Wan because he was just super nice. He was so nice and had a beard. The beard was more of the selling point.
Yeah,
but then
he
Anakin's got them.
Revenge of the Sith, dude.
Anakin's got them 6 skills, though.
Dude,
I mean, the dude's
he's that Jedi Knight, bro. He's flaming hot with a lightsaber, and he's like the greatest pilot of all times.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the man's freaking. I mean, you get him a lightsaber in his hand. I mean,
stacked.
Dude will piece you up. He's got youth on his side. Yeah. So I was a big fan of that, but I don't know, dude. I'm hyped. I'm hyped out of my gizzard for this. I'm hyped.
I'm hyped, dude.
Dude, how much longer is this Johnny Depp trial gonna go?
I have no idea.
Because I'm sick of it at this point.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm
exhausted.
It again? I see it on Twitter. I'm like, again? Is it happening still? How have they not decided it already? I don't get it.
I'm telling you, as soon as they have like the audio of her being a piece of garbage to him and like admitting to punching him, well, she said slaps,
hitting,
yeah. As soon as they do that, that's game over right there. That's like being
putting you in jail for 700
killed him.
Years.
Yeah, and then I saw recently one of his lawyers was like absolutely demolishing her on the stand.
I read that, but I hadn't seen any of the stuff. Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, dude, it was uncomfortable because she was she was pressing Amber Heard like dude. It was great, dude. This lawyer woman would look her dead in her soul and was like, I'm obviously I'm botching it, but she was basically like, and you did this because you wanted to feel this way, didn't you? And then she was like,
oof.
What? Dude, one I saw was so funny because she goes, and you got the role in Aquaman because of Johnny Depp, didn't you? And she goes,
yeah, excuse
me? She goes, excuse me? And she goes, yeah, so you got the role because of Johnny Depp, didn't you? And she was like, no, I got that myself.
She says it again.
Yeah.
Sorry, is this mic broken? I said you got the part because of Johnny Depp.
Dude, I just like... Yeah, dude, I don't understand it. I don't know, man. I'm sick of it. Free Johnny Depp. Let him do movies again.
Free Johnny Depp. Jail Amber Heard. Give Johnny Depp her part in Aquaman 2. That's all I'm saying.
Problem solved.
He could be the princess. It would be freaking hilarious.
I'd love to see it.
I would go see that. And he does like a little like homage to Captain Jack Sparrow or something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think that does it though. I think that does it. We talked through all the good stuff.
All the hard hitting issues.
Next week we'll be even closer to
the
Obi-Wan. Yeah. So actually,
might be talking.
By next week it'll be airing. I think by next time we record. No.
No.
Never mind. Forget what I said.
Yeah.
No.
It'd be the 27th.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they're dropping 2 episodes at once. I thought it was hilarious how like they had to push it back one more time, and Disney was like, "Okay, so people aren't gonna get mad. We're gonna do a video of you telling people
they can't get mad
at you. It's postponed. They won't get mad at you, and then tell them we'll drop 2 episodes. Could you do that?" And then he did it because I remember watching it. And it was Ewan, and I was like, hey, girl. Hey, what's up? And then he was like, it's going to be postponed. And I was like, what? But like, no. I was like, no. And he's like, but it's going to be great because we're going to drop 2 episodes at once. Like, okay, Ewan, whatever you say, as long just please make it faster. And then, yeah, I mean, that's smart on Disney's part for doing that. So.
Oh, so smart. This is me when Ewan says it. I go, what? You're crazy, girl, but okay. And then this is me if anyone else says it. Well, Hayden could say it too, and I'd go, that's okay. That would just be mean to have him do it, honestly.
Yeah, of course,
but like, what if they had the girl do it? This is me if they had the girl do it. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking serious? Over. Shut up. You can release all the 2 episodes you want under a bridge.
Under a bridge.
I hope you like the Golden Gate.
But anyways, guys, that does it for this week's episode. We'll be back next Wednesday with another episode like usual. Follow us on Twitter at whatever that is. We don't know. YouTube and anywhere else you listen to podcasts, we're on that. Continue to support it. Your boys got merch, so that's crazy.
You can't have any.
Yeah, you can't have any. So, but thank you guys for supporting us, and later.